Okay, welcome to everyone. Today we are going to see about the Zigbee module. Now, just let's get an overview about the Zigbee module. What is a Zigbee module? It is nothing but a wireless device to transmit the data between two devices. Okay, if you want to use any two devices like computers or mobiles or any electronic devices, controllers, if you want to transfer the data in between them means you can able to use the Zigbee module. It is also like Bluetooth module only. It is also needs two modules for reception and transmission, because if you want to use a Zigbee module for the communication means it it will need the transmitter side Zigbee module and the receiver side another Zigbee module. So it is also like a Bluetooth only. But unlike Bluetooth, we not need to pair the devices for a communication in the Zigbee module. So it is also like a Bluetooth module only. And if you want to see the Zigbee module applications means actually if you are going to use the Zigbee module, Bluetooth module or RF modules means those transmissions are low range and less data rates and also low speed and accuracy also low. Okay, but in Zigbee the range is high and the data rates are low in the Zigbee, because if you are using the Zigbee means it will consume less power, so the data rates are small in the Zigbee module, but the range is better. Okay, if you want to use the Bluetooth module means it will just only gives you the up to 10 meters range only, but the Zigbee module can gives you 10 to 100 meters range. Okay, then by using Zigbee module you can able to form by using Zigbee module you can able to form a network like WANs, LANs or any other networks. Okay, by using the Zigbee module, if you want to use form a network like a WAN network means you can able to use the Zigbee module as a, you can able to place some one Zigbee module as a master, and that Zigbee module can able to deliver the data to the other another Zigbee modules. So you can able to form a network using the Zigbee module. Actually, main purpose of the Zigbee modules are the topology only. Okay, then let's go for a introduction part. Okay, so let's see some introduction about Zigbee. It is a new wireless technology for high level communication protocols. Actually, as I already told you, the Zigbee range is high and accuracy high, so it will be used for a high level communication protocols, and these protocols also having some high level standards. Okay, and top technological standard created for control and sensor network based on the IEEE 802.15.4 standard. This will be the protocol standard given by the IEEE, and the IEEE's technical standard for the Zigbee will be 802.15.4. Okay, again Zigbee makes possible completely networked homes where all devices are able to communicate with the controlled by single unit. As I already told you, you can able to forms a network within homes or within a offices by using Zigbee. And if you want to, if you forms a network in your house or offices means, you can directly control and monitor the device from any single unit. You can able to control the another device friends in the single unit, and you can able to monitor the data from a single unit. Okay, and the Zigbee will be created by the Zigbee Alliance, and the founder of the Zigbee will be the Zigbee Alliance. Then actually it is a low cost and low data rate module. Okay, and it will be power consumption will be very low when compared to another wireless high standard wireless networks. Okay, if you want to go for high standard wireless networks means, or any modules means, you are going to need to much spend some extra money, and in the power consumption also is high in the another modules. But in the Zigbee module, the power consumption is very low, and the distance will be best compared to the Bluetooth, and the power consumption will be low, so the cost and efficiency will be cost will be low and the efficiency will be high in the Zigbee module. Okay, actually by using low power application, it is also use the low data rate applications only. That data rates will be low in the Zigbee because we are using the low power consumption. So because of that, the data rates also low in Zigbee, and the normal data rates that will be supported by the Zigbee are 868 megahertz, 902 to 928 megahertz, and 2.4 gigahertz frequencies. Okay, so because of the low power consumptions, the Zigbee will be have the low data rates. The data rates are 868, 902, 928, and 2.4 gigahertz. Okay, then the rate of the Zigbee data rate of the Zigbee will be 250 kilobits per second. Okay, so if you want to transfer or receive the data by using Zigbee means, you can get the 250 kilobits per second speed by using the Zigbee modules. Okay, and the Zigbee chips are typically integrated with radios and with microcontrollers that between 62 to 56 KB flash memory. Actually, the 60 to 256 KB flash memory is for the interfacing the Zigbee with the radio devices of the microcontrollers. So the Zigbee will use a 62 to 56 KB flash memories, and you can able to connect the Zigbee with the radios or the microcontroller devices. So you can able to establish a wireless connection between the microcontrollers or radio devices or any computers like devices also. But actually for the computer like devices, we are always using the Bluetooth only, because Bluetooth will be a lower range application for using the controllers while using computers and mobiles means, the Bluetooth will be best for us, and the Bluetooth will be available inbuilt in the computers and the mobile phones. And why we go for the Zigbee? See, if you want to go for any module there we need a perfect reason to go for a module. So why we are going for a Zigbee means, for a long battery life. As I already told you, power consumption is very less in this Zigbee module. So if you want to use it with the batteries means, you can get the very long batteries, and it will require the low cost and very low current drains. Okay, as I already told you, it is a low cost, so for that purpose we are using the Zigbee. If you want to use any another high communication protocols means, you need to spend much more cost, and you need to give the power supply, a higher power supply to the those modules. But in the Zigbee, the cost is low and the current consumption is low, and it will deliver the high communication protocol standards. So for that purpose also, we are go for the Zigbee modules. And as it is also same, then much power will be not needed, and uses low data rates. Because if you want to low data rate means, you can able to send us so much of data. Okay, so the low data is also possible in the Zigbee modules. And characteristics, every device has a specific characteristics and specification. Because of that specifications also, only we can able to differentiate between the devices, and we can able to select the devices that what characteristic we want. Okay, so the characteristics of the Zigbee will be the low data rate and the data rates of 20 kbps up to 250 kbps. If you want to low data rates of 20 kbps up to 250 kbps with the low power consumption means, that will be the Zigbee best for your things. Okay, and low power usage consumption. It is also as a specification of low power usage consumption and support large number of nodes. What is the this point? What is the support large number of nodes means? As I already told you, you can able to form a network using the Zigbee. So if you want to form a network means the main Zigbee will be the your single main unit or any server, and you can able to connect so many Zigbee nodes like Zigbee receivers with it. So you can able to connect the large number of nodes by using the Zigbee. So you can able to form a big network using Zigbee modules. Okay, and its transmission range is 1 to 100 meters. As you see, the Bluetooth only can able to produce up to 10 meters only, but the Zigbee will be produce up to 100 meters range. And unlike the Bluetooth, it doesn't need the pairing with the another devices. Because of that only, you can able to form a network by using the Zigbee module. And let's go for some workings of the Bluetooth module. And first of all, we need to know about some history about the Zigbee. Actually, in the Zigbee will be invented in the 1990, but in that year they can't able to produce it to the market. But in 2004, the IEEE will approve the Zigbee, and then we use the Zigbee in a various commercial applications. Okay, now what is the working of the Zigbee? Okay, if you want to see the working means, the Zigbee technology works with the digital radios by allowing different devices to converse through one another. It is nothing but it can works with the digital radios, and that digital radios, what is the purpose of digital radios is they can able to give a application that can connect the one device wirelessly with the another device. So this will be applied by the Zigbee, and the devices used in the network are a router, coordinator as well, and end devices. So what is the device that we are using in the Zigbee network? Means the router, coordinator as well as end devices. The router is the main part, it will be transmit the signal, and coordinator will be the parts that can receive the signal and send the acknowledgements, and the end device will be the main devices that we are controlling. The main function of the device is to deliver the instructions and messages from coordinator to the single end devices such as light bulb. What is the main purpose of this network key will be, we supply some, we given some messages to from coordinator, and the coordinator will be sent to router, and by using router we can able to control the end devices like a light bulb or any fans, etc. So by using this function only we are using Zigbee. So this is the working of the Zigbee, and in this network the coordinator is the most essential device which is placed at the origin of the system. The coordinator is the main essential because we are giving the messages from the coordinator only, so it is placed in the origin of the system because it is the heart of the system. And for each network there is simply one coordinator used to perform different tasks. Actually, if you want to use it as a coordinator means, then the coordinator will be able to done so many operations in that network. So we can able to perform different tasks using the coordinator. Okay, so this is the working principle of the Zigbee. It is nothing but the Zigbee has a coordinator node, the router, and the light bulb. We can able to control the end devices by using the coordinator messages. Okay, so by using this working principle only we can able to use the Zigbee modules. Okay, then what is the applications of the Zigbee? Where we are using the Zigbees. Okay, the Zigbee Alliance targets applications across consumer, commercial, and industrial and government markets worldwide. Actually, if you want to see the Zigbee means, you can able to use Zigbee in any consumer, commercial, industrial applications for a wireless communication. If you want to form a network means you can able to use the Zigbee. If you want to form a network within the office means you can able to use the Zigbee, or in the home means you can able to use the Zigbee. So it will able to gives you the network connection to all of the devices. So these are all the applications of the Zigbee. Okay, and industrial control management. Industrial control management will be the industrial purposes. For industrial purposes, if you want to use the Zigbee means it will be very best because it is a less cost and it will delivers a low data rates, and you can able to have the best efficiency and accuracy using this Zigbee module. So for the industrial purposes, the Zigbee will be the best for industrial applications. Okay. Then home networking. If you want to connect home applications in a single in a network, and if you want to connect by using single unit means you can able to connect it by using Zigbee. So Zigbee will be low cost. For low cost applications, the home will be very best. So if you want to use any networking for your home means you can directly use the Zigbee application. And Zigbee is working on a 16 RF channels. Actually Zigbee have the 16 radio frequency channels. If you want to go for a Bluetooth means Bluetooth have also 16 RF channels, and Zigbee also have the 16 RF channels. So you can able to produce a 16 channels of frequency ranges. And what is the modulation techniques that the Zigbee module is using means BPSK, QPSK and GPSK. Okay, so these techniques are used in the Zigbee module. If you go for a Bluetooth module means it will only use the BPSK modulation technique, but in the Zigbee you can switch by using various modulation techniques like BPSK, QPSK and GPSK. So it is the main advantage of the Zigbee. If you want to use a separate modulations means you can able to produce best signals quality by using the Zigbee modules. Okay, and the practical operation of the Zigbee will be the have 70 meters range. Okay, the theoretical values will be 1 to 110 meters range, but the practical will be 70 meters range using the Zigbee module. Okay, then let's go for some application about the advantages about the Zigbee module. Then network has a flexible network structures. Actually, if you want to use the Zigbee as a network structure means the network structure will be very flexible. Okay, you're forming a network by using one main node and using some core nodes. So by using this main node, you can able to send or receive the data using the core nodes, and you can able to control the devices using this node. So the network has a flexible network structure and power consumption is less. The Zigbee has a very low power consumption. Because of that only we can able to use the Zigbee in a home and practical applications. Okay, and very simple to fix. What is this advantage means? If any node is disconnected or any problem is there in the Zigbee module means you can able to simply fix the network. Okay, so you doesn't need to change a full network. You need to just change the some part of the defective part, and you can able to replace that part. So by using that thing, the Zigbee network has a very simple fixed application. Okay, and it supports approximately 6,500 nodes. So I already told you it supports a large number of nodes. So by using Zigbee, you can able to connect the 6,500 nodes. So you can able to form a big network using the Zigbee modules. Okay, and less cost, and it is reliable. You can able to form a Zigbee, and it is a reliable application. And network setting is very easy. As I already told you, the network setting up is very easy in the ZigBee module. And home appliance monitoring as well, controlling is extremely simple using active mode. So if you want to use it in the home means, you can directly control or monitor the application by using main node. So the remote connection will be very simple, and network is scalable and it is easy to add up remote ZigBee and N2 devices to network. So it is, you can able to the producer network is scalable, so you can able to initialize the network and you can able to delete some object from network, or you can able to add the object in the network very easily. Okay, then go for disadvantages. However, any device have some disadvantages also. So let's look at some disadvantages of the ZigBee module. It needs a system information to control ZigBee based devices for the owner. Actually, if you want to control ZigBee based system means you need the system information, then only you can able to control the data. So it is a problem, because if you want to give the control to another person means he needs to know the system information. So that will be the disadvantages in the ZigBee. And as compared to Wi-Fi, it is not secure. Actually, if you want to form a network with the ZigBee means the data will be have some security problems and high replacement cost on any issue happens with the ZigBee based home appliance. If the ZigBee based home appliance is any problems means you need to fix the full part of the appliance, so it will consume high cost. And transmission rate of ZigBee is less, as I already told you, the transmission less only rate only go for up to 256 kb for only. Okay, and it is so highly risky and to be used for official private information, as I already told you, it is not a secure. So if you want to use it in the private information means it is highly risky, and it is not used as an outdoor wireless communication system because it has a less coverage limit. By comparing with the higher end protocols, it will only have the 100 meter range, so you can't able to use it as a outdoor wireless communication systems. Okay, then interfacing with Arduino. How to interface the ZigBee with Arduino? However, if you want to use some Bluetooth, Zigbees or any sensors means you need to control them by using Arduino or microcontrollers only. So how to interface the Arduino with Zigbee means it is very simple connection. You need to connect the power supply of the Zigbee with the power supply of the Arduino, and this red wire will be connected here from VCC to the VCC of the Zigbee, and ground of the Arduino will be connected to the ground of the Zigbee, and transmitter of the Arduino will be connected to the receiver of the Zigbee, because we are transmitting something. So Arduino will transmit something means the Zigbee will receive. So transmitter of the Zigbee will be connected to the receiver of the Arduino. Okay. So the transmitter of the Arduino will be connected to the receiver of the Zigbee, and transmitter of the Arduino Zigbee will be connected to the receiver of the Arduino. Okay. So this is the application. If you want to use the Zigbee in a transmitter mode means you just transfer some data to the Zigbee, and Zigbee can transfer the data wirelessly to the another Zigbee. So for that purpose, you only need to connect the transmitter of the Arduino to the receiver of the Zigbee. Okay, so you are transferring some data from Arduino microcontroller to Zigbee, and Zigbee where can take the data from Arduino and it will wirelessly send the data to the another Zigbee module. So you need to connect the transmitter of the Zigbee to the transmitter of the Arduino to the receiver of the Zigbee. In the receiving mode, you need to connect the transmitter of the Zigbee with the receiver of the Arduino. Okay, so it is a connection of the Zigbee with the microcontroller. Okay, or Arduino. So this is the simple connection between the interfacing of the Arduino with the Zigbee module. Okay, so by using this connection, you can able to control the Zigbee using Arduino. Okay, so in the later part of the video, we are going to see about the connections, programming and operation of the Zigbee module. Okay. Okay, now see, this is the Zigbee transmitter section and this is the Zigbee receiver section. As I am already told you, the connection was very easy. We need to connect just 3 pins for the transmitter section, and for the receiver purpose also we need to connect the just 3 pins. Okay, for this purpose we are using Arduino board, ZigBee module and connecting charts. Okay, now let's see the ZigBee module. The ZigBee module is, this is the ZigBee module and it is named as a NRF75. Okay, it is having 4 pins, 5 volts, ground, transmitter and receiver pins, and by using that pins only we are connecting the ZigBee module with the Arduino board. So this is the Arduino board. Okay, so let's move to receiver section. This is the receiver section. So this is the receiver Arduino and receiver ZigBee. Here also we are connecting only 3 wires. So let's see the difference. What is the difference between the transmitter and receiver sections? Okay, now if you go to transmitter means you need to connect the 3 wires. The 2 wires will be supply, 5 volts wire and the ground wire. So the third connection will be the changes to the receiver and transmitter. So the first 2 connections are same for receiver section and transmitter section. We are using power supply, so for that purpose we are connecting 5 volts pin and the ground pin to the Arduino board to ZigBee module. In the 2 sections, receiver and transmitter section, the connection was same as to both sides, and just one connection will be varied in the 2 sections. That will be the serial monitor connection, serial transmission connection. Okay, so if you are using the ZigBee module in the transmitter mode means you need to send the data from the Arduino to the ZigBee module, and then you need to send the data to the another ZigBee module wirelessly. So from Arduino to ZigBee module transmission, it will be placed according the wire connection. So for that purpose we are using transmitter of the Arduino pin and receiver of the ZigBee pin. So for that purpose we are connecting the transmitter of the Arduino board to the receiver of the ZigBee module. Okay, so this will be a serial connection. The transmitter of the Arduino will send the data to the receiver of the ZigBee. Then the ZigBee get the data from the Arduino, then it will send to the receiver ZigBee. Okay, so this connection will be 5 volts of the Arduino to the 5 volts of the ZigBee module, ground of the Arduino to the ground of the ZigBee module, and transmitter of the Arduino to the receiver of the ZigBee module for the transmitter section. And for receiver section, the power supply pins are same. The main change is in the connection pin, the data connection pin. Okay, so here transmitter of the ZigBee module will be connected to the receiver of the Arduino. Why means the ZigBee receiver will get the data wirelessly from the ZigBee transmitter, and then it needs to send the data to the Arduino. So for that purpose we are using a serial connection in between the ZigBee module and the Arduino. So for that purpose the transmitter of the ZigBee module will send the data to the receiver of the Arduino board. Okay, so this is the connection difference between the transmitter section and the receiver section by using the ZigBee modules. Okay, then this is the USART cable for the Arduino board. By using this cable only we are dumping the code into the Arduino. Okay, we need a USART board in the receiver section and the transmitter section. Okay, now just see a program to send the character from ZigBee transmitter to ZigBee module receiver. Okay, this is the transmitter section programming. Okay, in this void setup function is used for the setting up the pin configurations and the initializing monitors, and while loop function is the main programming part. First, what is the serial.begin 9600 is for this is line is used for initializing the serial monitor, and I am setting 9600 baud rate for serial monitor. So That's why I am using 9600 number. Okay, so 9600 is the baud rate, and I am printing some data in the serial monitor. So I am using serial.println A, and the data will be printed for every 2 seconds. For that purpose I am giving delay 2000. Okay, so for every 2 seconds the data will be printed in the serial monitor, and that whatever the data prints in the serial monitor will be sent to the ZigBee module using the serial communication. So that's why we are connecting the transmitter of the Arduino to the receiver of the ZigBee. Then let's see the receiver programming of the ZigBee. This is the receiver programming of the ZigBee. Here also we are using same setup function serial.begin 9600, because we need to check that if data is available or not. Okay, then in the loop function, first we need to checking the if there is any data available in the serial receiver or not. In the receiver section, the transmitter of the ZigBee will be connected to the receiver of the Arduino. So if any data is available in the receiver means, then the data will be the receiver ZigBee receiver data. So for that purpose we are checking the data available or not. For that function I am using an if condition, if serial not available greater than 0. If it is a greater than 0 means we need to get the data and print the data in the serial monitor. For that function we are using char a is equal to serial.read. So I am creating a character variable a, and I am reading the data of the serial receiver and store the data in the a variable, and then I am printing the a variable using serial.println of a function, and I am giving a delay for every half second. The data will be printed in the serial monitor. Okay, so as you see, the programming part is over. So that is the programming for the receiver and transmitter sections. And if you want to send some string data like a word from the transmitter means, you need to print a word in the transmitter serial monitor, and you need to use a string function in the receiver section. Okay, so what is the purpose is, here I am using a char function because I am sending a character only. So for that purpose I am using a char a. If you want to get the word means like a string function means, you need to initialize a string a like that. Okay, then only you can get the data in a string format, and the data is programming will be completed. Now how to connect, let's see how to connect the Arduino board and how to dump the code and how to send the data using the ZigBee module. Okay, first we need to connect the USART connection to the Arduino board. See, the LED is glowing, so Arduino board will get the power supply, and here also the power supply will be established. Okay, in the ZigBee module there will be 4 lights. One is 5 volts and another one is ground. One is power LED and another one is receiver LED and another one is transmitter LED. First, for the power LED, if you give the 5 volt supply means it will be glowing, and the transmitter LED will be blinking because of it is connected in the transmitter mode. Okay, in the receiver mode, the receiver LED will be glow for every 1 second. So let's see how to connect the programming. First you need to check where your COM port will be connected, because if you connect the COM port to the Arduino board means you need to select here port here. So for that purpose you don't know which port is the correct one to upload. So for that purpose you need to check the COM port. So for that purpose we need to go for device manager. In the device manager, there will be a port section, and in the port section if you see USB serial.ch340. okay, if I am disconnect the port from the Arduino port means it will be disabled. Okay, then I am again connecting. So it will be the COM3. See, it will be COM3. So I need to upload the code using the COM3 port. So now I am selecting the port selection COM3, and again we need to compile the program for errors. For that purpose we are using this function. If you click it means then the program will be start compiling. So there is no errors, so it is shows done compiling, and after that you need to upload the code in the Arduino board. So for that purpose you are using this button. If you click on this button means then the program will be dumped to the Arduino board. And for using the ZigBee modules you need to aware one thing. If you want to upload the code in the Arduino board means you need to disconnect the serial connection. Okay, yes, you are already connected the serial transmitter of your Arduino to the receiver of your ZigBee. So you need to disconnect that pin, because the uploading will be shown an error if you connect the serial monitor, serial communication wires. Okay, so I am just disconnecting the transmitter section of the Arduino, and I am start uploading my code. See, it shows in done uploading. So the uploading is completed. Then I am going to connect the serial wire. Let's see, the transmitter will be transmitting the data. Okay, let's see the serial monitor. This will be the serial monitor. If you click on that, so the data will be printing for every 2 seconds. So this data we need to receive in the receiver section, and we need to print the data in the receiver serial monitor. So for that purpose we need to upload the receiver code in the receiver Arduino board. For that purpose we need to connect the USAT port in the receiver section also. This is another USAT port, so I am connecting the USAT cable in the receiver section. See, the power supply is established for the Arduino and the ZigBee. Okay, and I am disconnecting the serial communication wire because I need to upload the code. I am compiling the code now. It's showing done compiling. And for the tools you need to get the port selection. Okay, I am already used the COM3 for the transmitter, so this will be the COM6 port only. So I am selecting COM6 and I am uploading the code to COM6 port. Okay, So this is a board selection. We are using Arduino UNO, so we need to select the Arduino UNO only. It will showing some error. So if it is show error means we need to check in the device manager if the port is correct or not. Okay, I am just disconnected and connected again. Now I am again uploading the code. See, it's uploaded. So it will show done uploading. Then we need to connect the receiver serial data pin, and let's see. See, the receiver LED is just glowing. So Zigbee receiver also receiving the data. Now just see in the serial monitor. If you see in the serial monitor of the receiver section means you will get the data sent by the transmitter. So that A will be available in the receiver serial monitor. Let's check it. So this is the serial monitor. See here, we are in the COM6 only, we are getting the data. So in the COM3 we are sending the data, in COM6 we are getting the data. So this is the operation of the Zigbee. So like this we can able to send or receive the data. Now let's see how to send a string function and receive the string function. Now I am going to show you how to send and receive the string function. Okay, it is nothing but in the transmitter program you need to change the printing data only. I am sending a word string function retake. So we are changing the program, so we need to upload the code in the Arduino board. For that purpose, in the transmitter section we are using COM3, so select the COM3 and upload the code. See, uploading is completed. Then let's move to the receiver's programming. See, in the receiver programming we need to change this character function. So we need to receive the string function, so we need to initialize the variable a as a string only. So for that function I am changing the program. String a, and here also we need to change string. Okay, so I am creating a string variable and I am reading the string data from the serial receiver. Okay, then we need to upload the code. See, the code is uploaded. Just connect the serial connections. If you see, we need to check the data using the serial communication only. So I am selecting the COM port. So we are getting the data retake. So in the transmitter section we are printing the retake data, and in the receiver section we are getting the string data. So This is the how to transmit and receive the data using ZigBee modules. Okay, that's it guys for the ZigBee. Thank you.